Hello everybody! Jack here, and a few of you have been asking for me to take you outside and show you some stuff in Nicaragua that's not in my house. Because normally I just talk about stuff in my house or maybe show you some plants, but I haven't been going outside. And normally I don't like to do that really because I don't like having other people show up. I don't like making people feel uncomfortable seeing me film them and showing the front of their house and stuff. But I'm gonna make an exception today, and I'm gonna go outside and find some spots to give you guys a sense of what it's like in Bolonia, a neighborhood in Managua, Nicaragua. And if you're interested, check out the end of this video. I offer consultations. So, this is a pretty common sight in Managua and some of the more spacious areas. There's lots and lots of trees, and you can see on the left that huge ass tree is actually on top of a sort of construction staging area. And then this is more kind of typical housing. Everything will always have gates and that kind of thing here. I live in an area that's sort of like businesses and residential stuff, so it's a bit less crowded than a lot of Managua is. And I'll show you some more streets next. Now, this is a better shot of what a lot of sort of middle-income neighborhoods look like in Nicaragua. There's not loads of people. You will notice cars sometimes, but mostly what you see are plants and walls, and often plants on the walls. Here's another street. I'll just walk down for a bit. So, what you can see on the right is actually pretty typical. So the white building with the electric fence and the cameras, that's like how sort of nicer, more expensive houses look. And then if you see the one behind it, there's like a gray wall, just tall wall, no cameras, not fresh paint. You can kind of zoom here, see the barbed wire and stuff. That's pretty typical. That's like a more normal house here in Nicaragua. And in Managua, you're also going to see trash. That's just kind of part of it. This area is actually really beautiful and doesn't have much trash at all. They've been doing a much better job about keeping it clean. People used to like dump trash in like this whole field basically, but the government like fenced it off and hired some guards and shit, and now they like, this is all that it is. And that may look like a lot of trash to you, but considering that field used to be filled with it, it's nothing. Now this is like a kind of nice park kind of thing. It's private property, so you can't go in it, but it looks quite pretty. I hope they turn it into some kind of nature park or something. But see, this whole thing used to just be trash, and they've done a great job of getting rid of the trash, to be honest. It used to be way worse. Here we go, here's another street. So you can see there's lots of plants, lots of trees. And I think I walked in the streets in one of my older videos, but I used to live in Bataola, which is a much more typical kind of lower income neighborhood, much more crowded. But this is like a really nice place. I like how Bolonia looks a lot. It's a pleasant place to walk around in. Now, something that's cool about Nicaragua, see that blue building right there? That's a buffet. You wouldn't know from looking at it, because it's closed right now, but we've actually passed like 6 or 7 different businesses, a barber shop, a cake place, all sorts of things just in what you've seen so far. And it's kind of funny because everything here is like word of mouth. You'll see like a sign outside the building, but sometimes it won't even have a sign, and you're just kind of supposed to know there's a restaurant inside. So you can see some of these properties are really, really beautiful. Lots of plants, beautiful gardens. This is a common tree you see here. It's kind of funny being surrounded by fruit while the West freaks out about making food and fertilizer and crap. Meanwhile, in Nicaragua, mangoes just rain from the ceiling, you know? I like that vine. I've been trying to get some seeds from this vine. The purple flowers. Really pretty. So here's the last street that I'll show. There's actually a grill all the way over there. It's kind of hard to see from here, but all the way down at the end of that street is something called Ometepe, Asado Ometepe, which is like, one second. And Asado Ometepe is like, it's one of the tourist spots in Managua, but it's like a nice restaurant you can go to get affordable Nicaraguan food. Like you can go there, get a plate of rice and beans and cheese, like gallo pinto con queso frito, and it's like 40 Cordoba. So that's like a tiny bit more than $1. And you'll see that place in a second. This is kind of a more typical street. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, here we go. Zoom in more. So that's Ometepe Grill. I'm not gonna go over there because there's a bunch of people. And I'm really not trying to film a bunch of people without them knowing who I am or anything like that. And yeah, that's about it. Whoa. Oh, hello there. That was funny. A dog just ran up to me from behind and didn't bite my ankle, but he put his paws on my ankle, and that kind of freaked me out a little bit. I actually didn't even see who was there. I got lucky. Always remember, I have consultations. They're $20 per 30-minute session, and we can talk about anything you would like. Maybe you need help finding a place to rent or figuring out a hotel to stay at, or you have other questions about Nicaragua. Feel free to let me know and reach out at calendly.com/Jack Dermot Pittman. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.